Warpetrie here, and right now you're on a floating little island. Not on my desk. My desk is all over there, really blurry. But I have a little bit of a Deathwing update for all of you, and kind of a longer update. I think I might break this down into a few parts. But to kick it off right now, I'll show you some of the Terminators that I was able to put together. And as you can tell, the simple green really doesn't work well for me. A lot of the paint is still on there, and from the Terminator models I got from eBay. So I'm going to have to try to figure out some way to get all that paint off, because the simple green just doesn't work. It was able to get some of the paint off, but it just didn't really get past the primer there, which is the black. And so just moving along, you can see what I've done. So some of them are just remakes or put together just differently from the Terminators I got from eBay. This is a special one. This is going to be the heavy weapons guy. Right now he has a heavy flamer. I have the assault cannon, and then also have the storm bolter that he will have. And so what I've decided to do is that I'm going to have 3 primarily shooting Terminators squads, and then I'm going to have 3 dedicated close combat squads. So I only need 1 more squad for my planned army, and then the only magnetization will be the heavy weapons guy in each squad for the shooting, and then the close combat will have both the Lightning Claw and Storm Shield magnetized, so they can have their options. And then usually in each squad I'll have 1 or at least 2 chain fists. So this is the heavy weapons dude from the Space Hulk set, and I have his Storm Bolter here. With the arms I'm changing out, I'm going to be having them have the regular Deathwing bits from the Dark Angels upgrade sprue, or just the vetch box. And any arms that don't have any type of shoulder pad, that's going to be the Forge rolled ones. So that way, one, I can save some money and not have to use a bunch of them, but so that way I can also just have some of the regular shoulder pads in there. And some of them, I'm going to have a little bit of extras of some of the shoulder pads, because like this one, I wasn't able to get that, the regular Crux Terminatus shoulder pad off, which is alright. So it'll be giving me some variation of different bits and such, which will be nice. And so here's the other one, the 3rd guy in the squad. I was able to use a little bit of like nail polish remover, but I don't think that really works very well. And so there's him, and then here's a sergeant, which I think looks really cool. I used a mixture of regular bits with the Grey Knight bits I had left over from the command squad, which I'll show you in a minute. And I think it looks pretty BA. Kind of looking down. And so there's some damage there on his torso, so I have to fix some of that up. Sculpt a little bit more. I was able to cover up, if you can tell, if the lighting's not terrible, the words and such that were on the shoulder pads themselves, or not shoulder pads, but the kneecaps. So we'll see how that paints up. Hopefully it'll come out pretty nice. And since he is just Storm Bolter power weapon, I just gave him a halberd, just because of why not, and it also fit the parameters of Sergeant. And so moving on, I have my first running squad, which I'm pretty happy about. I've always liked the idea of having running Space Marines as a whole squad. And so with being able to use the Space Hulk guy and some of the Grey Knight bits and some of the other bits, this is like a standing squad holding an objective, and this squad here is like the one that's running towards the other objective, or just running down the cobblestone streets of the board that I might, or most likely just a display board that I'll be having. I'm going to make that, and I have no idea when, but it's in working. It's a thinking process in my head. And so this is a mixture of some bits that I had, Dark Angel's head, and one of the bits from Mr. Justin Perry, and this is another model that I had some of the bits from him, and this is this is a pair of legs from the Dark Angel sprue, and I just shaved off the sword icon, because I have plenty of the legs, but I also don't want to have like 4 of the same type of legs in the squad that all look the same, because that's kind of weird. Even though I know that Terminator armor is kind of it's like the same, kind of like power armored armor, but I want to have some type of like variance and difference to the models that I have. And so here's some granite legs. I need to green stuff up some more. Right now this is just being held on by some, I'm gonna call it green tack, but it's like flower tack stuff. I'm not really sure. So there's the heavy flamer dude. And once I get the cyclone missile launchers, there'll be a magnet up top, so I can put those on there as well. And then here is the other sergeant I have, which I thought would be really cool. Having like a little dynamic pose of slashing a sword through an enemy. The nice thing about the granite kits is that they have open hand, and so you can just place whatever hand you want on the left arms there. And then I decided, oh well, I'll give him an open hand, like he's using all of his energy to be swinging into his opponent. And so that's pretty cool. He has the regular Dark Angel Deathwing legs, and he's stepping over a icon embedded in the ground. And then the last guy of these 2 squads, running forward, shooting Stone Bolter. He has a Space Wolf Chain Fist there, or not Chain Fist, but yeah, Chain Fist. And so he looks pretty cool as well. So these are the 2 squads I have so far. Right now I have 2 complete squads of 5, a command squad, and 2 HQ choices, which are here, my chaplain and Belial himself. And then, as you can see in the background, I have my 2 other Deathwing Venerable Dreadnoughts. Now, story for this guy, it's probably really out of focus and up close, but I'm trying to move some of my guys around here, is that I ordered a twin-linked autocannon and the missile launcher. And when the mail arrived, I got the missile launcher, even though I ordered from the same bits dealer and got the combined shipping. Somehow the envelope was ripped open, and I only got the baggie. Or here we go. I have both the baggies that the bits came in, and this one here, as you can maybe kind of tell, is all ripped up. And this was the bag that had the twin-linked autocannon in it. And so, somewhere along the travels from Dutchland, I believe I said that right, from Dutchland all the way over to California, an autocannon is sitting around the floor somewhere, or in like the next city around, because it says I live in Orange, and my zip code is 92869. But this says received in damaged condition, Orange, California, 92867. So somewhere along the way there was an autocannon that is missing, and I hope to be able to get a refund or something. That will be able to order another autocannon, because quite frankly that really sucked. I've been waiting a long time to get these guys bits, and I'm not able to finish them. But just that way you can see his pose. I'll just leave it there. There is the what's that called? Assault cannon from the other dreadnought that I have, and I was able to pose the legs on how I wanted them to, and I actually found an easier way for these legs than I have the other one, and you'll see that in a minute. So he's stepping down some steps there, and I figured out that I don't know if the kit comes like this, or if you actually have to cut them yourself, or what, because both the dreadnought kits that I have are second hand. And so when I got this kit first, the legs, where the feet were glued down to the leg joints here, and I realized with the other dreadnought that you can actually cut in, and there's a ball and socket, and you can pose somewhat the legs there. And so I already knew you can do it for this one with the other dreadnought that I'll show you, the first one I got. But then I was wondering if it had the same ability in the second one, and it turns out that there was. and so I just cut those until I found the ball, and put them on the base, and then kind of positioned it so that way he was stepping off of the step there. And I think he looks pretty cool. I'll take this out, and it'll look kind of blurry, but he's stepping down, which is pretty awesome. Weapons are magnetized, so I can have the other ones, as you can tell, and also the torso is able to come off for ease of painting, and also the head inside is able to come out for ease of painting. So that's the dreadnought I have here, and then I'll show you the other dreadnought I have. This is the first one that I was able to receive from eBay, and Simple Green really worked well with the resin. I was quite pleased with that. I have the assault cannon and missile launcher, which I plan to use for all three of my dreadnoughts, but for the other one I just wanted to be different and get the auto cannon because it is an option, and it's still free points. I'm really just paying for the missile launcher. So you can probably tell that the missile launcher is different. This is a classic, what's it called? Dreadnought. The plastic missile launcher from the Dreadnought kit, and that's the forge-rolled one. So if you like big chunky missile launchers, I'd probably go with the plastic one there. It works well, it fits, and it doesn't seem overly massive, but there is definitely a difference in that, which I thought was kind of weird, and I was wondering if it was actually like that when I got the model. So with this dreadnought, not knowing that you can actually cut the feet and reposition them, I did some crazy little cutting and bending and such. Added some wires there from old guitar strings, and I really wanted the same effect that I have for this guy. As you can see, he's stepping down the step there and walking towards his enemy. This one I tried to do for the same thing by cutting and repositioning, but it kind of failed. So right now he's in like mid-run, and because of all the tension of the string here, and then also all of the pins I put in place, because both of these legs actually broke while I was stripping the model of the paint. So he's kind of like in mid-run, but his weapons are magnetized, and they are fully compatible with the other dreadnought I have, and I made sure that they did that. So, Lily's around here somewhere. Yeah, sorry about that. But, so, I have my two dreadnoughts, only one more to go before I have the three that I would like in my army. Hopefully I'll be able to get one for Christmas. If not, I'll look around eBay and hunt around eBay to find another one that will be reasonably priced, and be able to get some weapons. So that is the my Deathwing update. I'll show you some of the some of my command squad. They aren't fully put together because I need to get more magnets, and I need to so that way I can finish them, and I also need to paint them. So most of them are halfway assembled. I'll just show you the torsos. This is my apothecary. So using all Grey Knight kit stuff. There's my apothecary. Let's see if I can get something underneath here. Will that work? No, let's leave it there. So that's my apothecary. He will have Twin Lightning Claw, the Storm Bolter, and Thunderhammer, as well as the rest of the squad. Here is my standard bearer. Looks like he's missing his head, which is kind of disturbing. I thought I had that in here. I'll have to find that. But here's my standard bearer. And my plan with this originally was to actually get the banner commissioned by like Java Balls or someone, maybe Les from Awesome Paint Job, just to paint up the banners, and then probably to make it worthwhile to paint up the regular chapter banners for my Dark Angels. but I think I might revise that and just get a decal paper and print off the decal at like a Kinko's or something, where they'll be able to print that off, and so I can put it on my banner. Just so that way I don't have to spend more money to get them commissioned, even though I think that would be totally awesome. Next up, this is my sergeant. It's pretty much like any other command squad, but with Terminators they have primarily just the special apothecary and standard bearer. So you have your regular sergeant, and so this is his torso. And I think he looks pretty cool. He's able to clean stuff in, some of the etchings and stuff, or the engravements into his armor. And just so you guys can take a look, this is how his Thunderhammer will be. For right now I'm just using the pose, or the regular bits from the halberds, and I'll chop the halberd off, and I'll put a Thunderhammer head on there. And also here is his Strombolter and Power Sword. So he's kind of going to be like this guy here, but he'll be a bit different. He'll have, it's pretty much just the only difference is that he has a Power Sword, and I won't really be able to do this with one hand. But it'll be like that, while being kind of like that. So he'll look pretty cool, shooting away at his Stormbolter. I have some Micro Art Studio, actually no, they're not Micro Art Studio, the Armorcast flash, gun flashes. I have some of those, so I'll be able to use those for my command squad and my other Terminators that I have. But I think I only have the single, not the double-barreled flash, which I'll need to get, but those are pretty inexpensive. So this is, who's this guy? It's just a regular Terminator that I have. He'll have Lion Claws, Storm Shield, Lion Claws, Thunderhammer, Storm Shield, and Strombolter. Then just with the regular Power Fist. So that's what his torso looks like. So I'm not able to put the weapons on. I'll do a whole mock-up of all the different poses and such once I get out my tacky stuff again. I already showed you him. And this is, last but not least, the heavy weapons specialist. With him, I'll probably have to do a little bit of converting, trying to get the Space Wolf assault cannon on him. And I actually left that torso part on there because it's just a simple sword with a skull on it, which I think suits my Deathwing very well. And so with him, the only thing I actually don't have, which I'm looking at now, is a Thunderhammer. And so that can be changed. I can give him a Thunderhammer. Then he will have his Blue Flamer, kind of like that. Can't see anything. So kind of like that. So he'll be cool. So there's still a lot of converting I have to do. The competition ends in like March or something for Templar Crusades contest, so I have some time to get some resources and time to get some bits and such. But so far, this is the only new stuff that I'll be having, which is the last thing I want to talk about before I turn off the camera. Is that I will not be buying anything else new for my Dark Angels, or my Deathwing, or Dark Eldar for a little while now. I have very little means of funds for my projects, and so that's one thing I need to work on before I go any further in my hobby, is that once I start getting some more money, or getting any money at all and finding an actual job, is to continue on with the hobby. And so once I have some of my stuff done, like painting my second tactical squad for my Dark Angels, These guys, if you remember these guys. I was able to work on them just a little bit today, but I've gotten kind of busy, and with school and everything, the quarters or semester is going to be ending for me soon, but I'll have at least a month for my winter break, which would be awesome, so I can work on these guys a bit more, and yeah, I do still have hopes for my Dark Eldar. I really want to try the salt weathering technique on my tanks and things, the skimmers, because I think that'd be really cool. I really want to try that, and I still have some stuff that I want to try out with my Dark Angels, like the mud effects from Catafish, or Catafish, yeah, Catafish, and I really want to try his mud effects from his rhinos that he did with his Crimson Fists, and there's some other techniques and such that I want to really try, and also I want to get my Deathwing to look really cool when I paint them up, so I have to get all the paint stripped off them somehow without losing all the bits I put on them already. And that's really all. Yeah, that's really all. Before I ramble for another 21 minutes, I will let you all go. There will be videos up when I finish some of the squads I'm working on, like that tactical squad. I will put a video up for that. I will still be around, but the rate of videos will go down even more than it is now. But don't give your hopes up. I'll still be around, and I still hope to enjoy this hobby. So yeah, without further ado, this is Warpetrie signing off. Bye bye.